After 20 updates released, No Man's Sky is still growing strong and getting bigger than ever and better than ever. It's a phenomenal game, and I'd have to say it's probably my favorite game. And if you watch the channel, you know that. But what we're going to talk about today is what do you do during those times where No Man's Sky is kind of quiet. Like all the updates, we've gotten the updates, we've gotten the expeditions. There's nothing really new, on the horizon that we know of. You might start looking into other games like No Man's Sky that you can play. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to take a look at about 4 games that I think that if you like No Man's Sky, you will also really enjoy. I mean, I can't promise you will. And this is not going to be a complete list. I'm sure there's other games like No Man's Sky that I'm not going to mention here. If you know of any, though, make sure to leave them in the comments below so everybody knows, so they could try out some new games. So, yeah, with that said, guys, let's get into it. First up, we have Valheim by Coffee Stain Studios. Now, Valheim is a game that takes place in like a purgatory. You're like a Viking who died, and now you're in like a purgatory trying to make your way to Valhalla. But this is a procedurally generated game like No Man's Sky. So everybody who starts a new game, the world is going to be a little different. So that makes it kind of tough if you're trying to find stuff. Now, this is a challenging game, guys, but it is a heck of a lot of fun. I mean, it has base building, of course, crafting, lots of exploration, but it's a dangerous game. It's not easy like No Man's Sky. Like, this is a game you're not going to want to die in. It can be very difficult to get your stuff back, but it's a lot of fun. I found a lot of fun just to, collect things, explore, and build your bases out. This is the kind of game you need to build multiple bases. Has multiplayer for, I believe, up to 10 people can play together on a server. And that looks like the most fun. Unfortunately, I never really got to do much multiplayer in this game, but I think it'll be a lot more fun playing with friends than doing it solo. You can do it either way, but I would say friends would probably be more fun for this one. So yeah, completely different environment to No Man's Sky, but the feel of the game, I feel, fits. So like if you like No Man's Sky, you'd probably might be interested in that one. So definitely check it out. Okay, and next up, we have The Planet Crafter. Now, this is a very, very cool game. You basically, I believe you're like a prisoner who gets sent to a planet, and your job is to terraform the planet. So when you first get to the planet, it's totally like, you can't live on it, and you can't stay out on the planet that long because there's no oxygen. But what you're going to do is you're going to run around, you're going to collect different things, you're going to craft things, you're going to build a base. There's all sorts of tech that changes the atmosphere, guys. So all the building parts in this game are very cool. Most of them are functional and have some sort of cool function. You're going to explore the planet. There's wrecks on the planet you need to explore and get different things. But ultimately, you're going to start changing the atmosphere. So the sky is going to turn blue. It's going to start to rain. Water is going to start to form. You're going to turn it into an Earth-like planet that humans can live on. And look at this base building, guys. Very nice. Very nice base building system. Pretty easy to use and looks very cool. And like I said, almost all the stuff is functional. It's not just for looks. So, yeah, this is a very fun one, I think. If you like No Man's Sky, I think give Planet Crafter a try. I don't think it'll let you down. Next up, we got another one from Coffee Stain Studios. Now, this is Satisfactory. Satisfactory is a factory building game that takes place in space. Now, the planets aren't procedural or anything like that. You have about 4 or 5 different planets to choose from to build your factory. Now, this game is quite challenging, but it does have that No Man's Sky feel, probably just because it's in space and there's a lot of building. But the building in this game, guys, it's much more than just building a base. You're building a factory. We're talking conveyor belts, all kinds of different machines that do different stuff, assemble items for you. The point of the game being, you're basically going through different stages to craft different things and build your factory and make it as efficient as possible. So if you're into efficiency and just getting things to work like as smooth and perfect as possible, I think you'd be in love with this game. But like I said, the difficulty in it I found jumps up considerably after the first few hours. It's not an easy game. It does now have multiplayer as of update 6, which just came out this week, I believe, which is fun. I already tried it out with a couple of my friends, and we played together, all working on the same factory. But check that out. You can have trains in this game, moving cargo around for you. It's a phenomenal game, guys. Again, like No Man's Sky, but different. You're not exploring planets. You're mainly on one planet building a massive factory. So if you like building, you like efficiency, you like trying to, push the best numbers, go for this game. I don't think you'll be let down. It's well worth the price. So, Satisfactory. Check it out. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have Subnautica. Now, Planet Crafter is actually a lot like Subnautica. Subnautica drops you on an alien planet. You are in some sort of ship that crashed, and you are the only survivor. So that kind of reminds me of No Man's Sky right there, kind of like the way you wake up and it's just you. And that's one thing I really loved about this game. Aside from the exploration and the crafting and the base building, it really, really has a sense, guys, of danger, and you are alone on this, and you need to get off this planet, or you're gonna die. And there's so many cool things you can find. I don't want to do spoilers, but I mean, look at these bases you can build. You can go so deep underwater. There's very scary things. So this game will give you some jump scares. Amazing vehicles you can build and drive around. I mean, this game is so awesome. So, I mean, it's not exactly like No Man's Sky, of course, but I do think if you love No Man's Sky, you might really enjoy this one. Also, honorable mention, Subnautica Below Zero, which was the sequel to this one. Still worth playing, but I don't find it as fun as the first one. The first one, to me, is a masterpiece and must be played by anyone. So definitely check out Subnautica if you have not played this yet and you're looking for a little change from No Man's Sky, because I think you will absolutely love it. Very fun game. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you know of any other games that you would think No Man's Sky players might enjoy, please post them in the comments below, because I think it'd be cool to have a list of like different games. People who just maybe want to take a little break from No Man's Sky, or it's a time where there's no updates and they just don't feel like playing and want to try something new. Once again, this is Xxiou from Xxiou Games YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching once again. I hope this video helped you out and you enjoyed seeing some of those games, and hopefully you'll play them and enjoy them. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.